I can't believe I just said that out loud. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I love filming these videos every month and sharing with y'all all of the things that I have been enjoying over the course of the month. If you like monthly favorites videos, please give it a thumbs up, letting me know that you want me to keep making these videos, although I'll probably keep making them anyway because I like them. But let's just get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I actually showed on my channel in an unboxing like Happy Mail haul that I did quite a few months ago, and I wanted to use it for multiple months to make sure that it was something that I really loved before I gave it any sort of review, positive or negative. And so I've used it for a couple of months. It's traveled with me across the country, and it is this giant pouch. I know, it looks huge. It is huge. It's actually huge. You can see it compared to my head right here. Like, it's ginormous. I know that's not a word. I got it from a shop on Etsy, and she's not like an original planner shop. She actually makes lots of other leather products, and she joined the planner community and then decided to make a planner pouch. When I first unboxed it, if you watched that video, which I will link below, I was kind of unsure about it. It looked to be a little bit like a smidge too small for the Erin Condren planner, which is what I use. So if it was gonna be too small for my everyday planner, it wasn't gonna work for me. But over the course of the months, I have stretched it out and I've used it enough that it works perfectly. It fits my Erin Condren, and I absolutely love it. So it has 4 pockets on the top. I use one of them for my whiteout and my adhesive roller, and the rest of them for pens. One strictly holds my mild liner highlighters, and then the other 2 have pens. And then in the big pocket in the center, I can carry my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner that I use on a day-to-day basis. I can carry my Deluxe Monthly Planner that I use for planning my social media accounts, and I can carry my bullet journal, which if you've watched my latest videos, I haven't really been using. And I always carry a thing of Undo just in case. It's not cheap. I'm not gonna pretend that this genuine leather bag is inexpensive, because it's not. It was definitely an investment, but I'm really glad that I made it. I just love how much it holds and how well it protects everything that's inside. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is a YouTube channel. I started doing this a couple of months ago where I would include whatever YouTube channel I've been binging on this month in my favorites video, but this one comes with a little bit of a backstory. So I've always liked makeup, like ever since I was a little girl. I've always loved doing makeup, but then when it becomes sort of a day-to-day routine and something that you do every single day for work, it becomes less fun and less artistic and more of just like, you know, a natural routine, getting ready, almost a chore. Until a couple of years ago when I fell down the beauty YouTube rabbit hole, and I fell hard. And I would binge on beauty YouTube for hours and hours, and I would want to buy all the products that they recommended. So lots of trips to Sephora and lots of money later, and I now have this giant beauty collection. And so then I cut myself off because I just had way too much and it was ridiculous. And so then of course I also stopped watching the YouTube channels because they were the ones influencing me and encouraging me to buy. I know it's not their fault. So for a couple of months I would just use the products that I have, and then something would come up, randomly click on a video on YouTube, and I would fall right back into the rabbit hole. So for the past couple of years, I've been going through these cycles where for a couple of months, I will be really into watching beauty YouTube videos, and I will buy a bunch of new makeup and get really excited. And then I will stop for a couple of months, and it just keeps going and going and going. So recently I've been in one of my beauty YouTube, whatever you want to call it, cycles, and I've been watching a lot of beauty YouTubers and buying a lot of products. But the YouTuber that I recently found this month and have been watching so many of her videos, I'm gonna say this wrong, Andrea, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it because she doesn't do like a whole intro, and honestly, that's one of the things I love about her. She is very matter of fact and to the point. She's just all about the products, trying out the products, deciding what she likes and reviewing them honestly. And I just really appreciate that. I just really appreciate how professional she is and how thoroughly she reviews things. And her videos are also incredibly professional. She has tons of B-roll footage. And if you don't know what B-roll footage is, that is like when I was talking about the bag and you could hear my voice, but you were watching the bag from like a different angle instead of looking at me. She does that all the time with products and shows you the outside and the inside and the name of the color, and she puts the price in the corner, and it's just very well done. And we're also very similar in terms of skin tone and skin type. She has oily skin, so I love hearing her reviews on products because of her skin type, and I've just been watching her a lot this month. So I recommend you go check her out. I will link her channel below. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the new habit that I've added this month. I've done this before in a favorites video where I talk about a new habit that I started doing. Although I guess I can't say this is my only habit this month because of Self-Care September. I've added some other habits as well, but this is the one that's absolutely changed my life. Okay, that's an exaggeration. But it's changed my day-to-day routine, and it is a direct result of my why can't I think of what to call that? Of my revitalized obsession with beauty. I signed up for a lot of the beauty subscription boxes again. Okay, not all of them, but some of them. And so then you end up with a billion sample sizes of stuff. And samples can be really great, especially on products that it takes forever to get all the way through. If it's not something that you absolutely love, a sample can be a really great thing. But what I used to do with samples was put them in a bag and put them in my suitcase and only take them when I traveled. I travel a lot, but definitely not enough to get through all of those samples. And then I wasn't even really enjoying them because I was already happy because I was on vacation. And so using the samples while I was on vacation, all of a sudden it was the best thing ever. It wasn't realistic. It wasn't day to day. So what I started doing was putting those sample sizes by the other things that I have in my apartment that I use that are like those samples. I know this is not like a groundbreaking idea. I have absolutely loved using the samples on a day-to-day basis. So when I get the subscription box or when I get free samples with an order, I take the makeup ones and I put them with the makeup, and I take the bathroom ones and I put them in the bathroom, and then I use them on a day-to-day basis. Not only am I actually using up the samples that I never used because they sat in my suitcase, but I'm actually enjoying them and finding products that I like. It also makes, you know, doing your makeup during your skincare routine a little bit more exciting because you have new products to try and different things to use. And even if it's one of those little like plastic samples that like Sephora sends you that has like barely enough for like a half a face, but whatever, it's exciting. And if I put the little plastic thing of cleanser by my actual cleanser, then I will use it instead of sticking it in my suitcase and taking 6 of those with me on a vacation. I know you're all thinking, like, and this is not like, of course you put the samples with the normal stuff. It's really made a difference for me this month and I had to share. Okay, let's go back to a planner item. So I have a lot of questions, both here and on Instagram, about what pen works best on vinyl stickers. This one is my favorite. This is the Micro Perm 03. And not necessarily this thickness is the best, but this brand is the best. And I will tell you, I have tried a lot of permanent pens. I tried the Pilot permanent one. I tried the Sharpie permanent. Sharpies are permanent again. I tried like the thin point Sharpie one. Can't even think of what the other ones I tried. But what I struggled with a lot of them was over time, when the planner pages are next to each other, they would rub and it would rub off and get black like smudgies on the other side. And so when I would go back and flip through old planners, it was like, it was not pretty anymore because it was covered with black marks from my pens rubbing off on the other side. I do have intentions of flipping through old planners and showing y'all old spreads in a future video. If that's something that you guys want to see, please let me know in the comments. I think it would be fun and probably a little bit embarrassing. So I tried a lot of different permanent pens, and the Micro Perm is the only one that I found that does not rub off on the other side. The other thing that's really nice about the Micro Perm is it does come in multiple sizes. So whatever your pen thickness preference is, you can get it in the Micro Perm. If you like super thin fine point pens, they have like an 005 and then the 01 are super thin. I use the 03 as my go-to, and then they also have an 05, and they probably have more above that. The highest I've ever used is 05. And I do really like the 05 when it's fresh. I really like thick pens. But it has this felt tip? I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but when the 05 isn't brand new anymore, it gets too smushed down and then it's too thick for most of my stickers and most of the things I'm writing on in my planner. So I usually just stick with the 03s. It's just safer that way. And there are a lot of great shops out there with stickers that don't need permanent pens, but there are also a lot of great shops with vinyl stickers that need permanent pens. My top 2 shops, Design Pandemonium and Christian Designs, are both shops that need permanent pens. One more beauty thing. I couldn't get through a favorites video without talking about this because I've worn it pretty much every day this month. So part of the other reason I fell down the beauty rabbit hole again this month was the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And I have wanted to try the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks for a long time. Everybody raves about them. They say the formula is great. It's not a new thing that somebody just discovered, but they were finally going to be on sale for 50% off. So I could justify picking it up. And of course I got 2. And this color that I picked out, it's called Stone, and it is my new favorite liquid lipstick to wear to work. What I love about it, it's very natural and very professional, and it's like that your lips but better look. You can still tell that I have on lipstick, but it's not obnoxious and it's very subtle and it lasts all day. I don't want to have to think about my lipstick at work. I don't want to go to lunch and then come back for my afternoon meetings and have to think about, oh my gosh, do I need to refreshen my lipstick? Now, if I'm going out in the evening, I will freshen up my lipstick. No matter what brand I wear, I mean, at 5 p.m., it's likely I will need to freshen up. But I really love this color. I really love this formula. I almost forget it's there. It just feels so natural on my lips. But I have to tell y'all a funny story. So if you do any sort of shopping online, make sure you're signed up to use Ebates. I will link it below. This is not a favorite, although Ebates is great. It gives you cash back for shopping at online stores that you would shop at anyway. And Ulta is usually anywhere from 2 to 4% cash back. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, especially on like, you know, a lipstick, but it really does add up. And so for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, you know, I circled everything in my catalog that I wanted to get, but I knew I was gonna order it online. Yes, the instant gratification of going to the store and getting to bring it home is awesome, especially when the store is 2 blocks from your house. But what's a couple of days when you're getting an additional discount and getting that cash back? But for some things, colors are hard to know. You know, you can look at those pictures on the website, you can look at the little lips. Can't really tell what the color is until you actually look at it yourself and see it in person. So I actually went to Ulta and I swatched a ton, not all, but a ton of the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, and I'm like in the store swatching them on my arm, trying to decide which ones I want to pick up. I wanted to get like one natural work wearing one and then one like fun vampy color, and then of course I walked out without even buying one, because I was saving it to buy it online. The last thing is very random. It's not planner related. It's not beauty. I guess you could call it lifestyle. It is my Waterpik. What is a Waterpik, you ask? It is that thing that they use at the dentist to squirt water in between your teeth, like really fast, skinny water to clean out your teeth, and it's magical, and it is so much better than flossing. Okay, I know you're like, Lakin, that is the most random thing you've ever talked about in a favorites video. Where did that come from? It's not a new favorite. I've had it for almost 2 years. But what made me think of it was, if you guys don't follow Pretty Prince and Paper over on Instagram and her blog, you need to. I met her in February at the Chicago Planner Conference. She is so talented. And then I took a class from her at the Pinners Conference in Minneapolis. She was doing an Instagram story about how she hadn't been to the dentist in years and how it didn't go over so well. I feel you, girl. I was that person. Until about 2 years ago, I hadn't been to the dentist since I graduated college. I can't believe I just said that out loud. And I finally went, and it wasn't good. He wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. He may have yelled. I may have cried. It wasn't a pleasant experience. But one of the big takeaways that really, really changed my life was this guy. Flossing sucks. Flossing is hard. Flossing with a little string and trying to get in between your teeth is not an easy task. And I have a permanent retainer on my bottom teeth, so those were gone. There was no way I was getting those teeth. So my dental hygienist actually recommended buying a Waterpik, a home Waterpik. It took me a while to get the hang of it, because if you pick one up, trying to use it for the first time is really difficult and you end up getting water all over the place. There's definitely an art to using this tool, but it has changed my life. I actually floss. I actually like flossing. Okay, nobody likes flossing. I don't hate flossing anymore because this is just so easy. It has different settings, so you can start on the soft setting and then work your way up to the normal setting. It has this water reservoir in the back that you take off this and you fill it up and then use it. They recommend filling it up twice, one for the top and one for the bottom. I actually end up filling it probably 3 to 4 times each time that I use it, because I just like to be thorough. If I'm already in there and I'm making a mess, like, I'm gonna do a good job. And the top part also comes off, which is really nice. So if you have a significant other, they can have their own top piece and you can share the base, but switch out the top. And so it's a little bit more hygienic that way, I guess. Your dentist will thank you. Go to Amazon, it's the best. That's it. That is everything I've been loving this month. I know it was all over the place. A Waterpik, really? But I like sharing with you guys the things that I have been loving each month, and let me know in the comments below what you guys have been loving this month. Is there a YouTube channel that I need to check out for the next month? Is there another shade of Dose of Colors liquid lips that I now need to go buy? If you guys like this video, again, please give it a thumbs up, letting me know that you guys like these monthly favorites videos. If you are new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. And I decided, work. Liquid